suo pelo, non se lo voy a cambiar porque viene ahora.
Right, hi everybody. It's been a while since I've done a little video. Well, I've done a couple of videos actually, but I didn't want to put them up. Anyway, I won't go into that right now. But anyway, so you see these things that we're looking at now in this shop, right? And this is what I want to get. But have you seen the price of them? I mean, the prices, especially of this one here, it's like, that one's nearly 700 quid virtually. I think this one, actually this one we've been looking at, that's nearly 900 quid virtually. And the thing is that, like I say, I really want one. I don't know if people know what these are, but these are these drone things with cameras on them. And you can sort of like film and they go really high up in the air, and the footage is just incredible. Do you know what I mean? It's just awesome, man. You know, it's like, it's crystal clear, it's so stable a platform as well. Do you know what I mean? Look how that thing's hovering, can you see that? I mean, that is just awesome, man. And the shots that you can get, and like I say, I would dearly love to get one. But like I say, at the moment they're just well out of my price range. So sadly, I can't do that. So at some point, hopefully, maybe in a year or so, or maybe a bit more, who knows? Maybe when they've gone down in price a little bit, maybe, and maybe when I've got a bit of money, saved up, I'll be able to get one. So yeah, so that's my little. I would love to be able to get that for my birthday, but sadly that's not going to happen. But yeah, I would love to have one of those things. Anyway, okay, now the other thing I wanted to talk about today is, now you see this here, right? This is a 3D printer, right? And you know, the thing is that, like I say, I've got some videos that I made about the Zeitgeist movement, started by Peter Joseph. And anyway, you'd have to, you know, it takes too long to really explain it all. But basically, Peter Joseph has been going on about this sort of thing, not just this, but other stuff as well. You'd have to watch just Google Zeitgeist movement and you'll see what I mean. There's about 3 movies, and there's a series called Culture in Decline. Anyway, you know, that'll explain it better than I can. But like I said, I mean, these are in your home. You can have these in your house. This is blinking Ryman's, for crying out loud. You know, the thing is, you can have one of these in your house. Do you know what I mean? And he was talking about how we have to have an economy resource based, not monetary based. Do you know what I mean? Because the monetary based system that we have it's basically run its course. You know what I mean? It's totally corrupt. It only favours people who have got money, essentially. So, and also the thing is that, like he says in his thing, at the end of the day, if we base our economy intelligently on the resources that this planet has, then, you know, hopefully we can make it much more sustainable. The way it is, it's not sustainable. Plain and simple. So anyway, like I said, you know, Peter Jones explains it far more intelligently and far more succinctly than I do, especially in the videos that he's made. So, and the three, I think it's 3 films that he's made. Anyway, like I say, you know, that 3D printer thing, when you think about it, it's pretty awesome. You know what I mean? It's like he said, you know, you no longer have just the bathroom, bedroom, living room, kitchen and all that sort. You'll have a production room. You know, in the future, somewhere down the line, you'll have people will have in their house a production room where they make all the things that they need. Do you know what I mean? With these 3D printers, and as the technology on those things improves and gets better, sort of thing, you'll be able to produce almost anything. Do you know what I mean? You won't have to go to the shops and stuff like that and what have you. You just, you know, you want a pair of jeans, you make them yourself. Do you know what I mean? And it's all based on resources, you know what I mean? And the limited resources of this planet. So anyway, like I say, I highly recommend people watch those videos. I really do. They've certainly made me look in a completely different way, do you know what I mean, about things. You know, it's just sad that we can't get people in influence, people who can make these things happen. Do you know what I mean? Essentially, you know, yeah, I mean, I can go all day long and make videos and get involved in different little groups and maybe even start my own group and this, that and the other. I mean, I can do my little bit if you like, but in the grand scheme of things, I don't think necessarily I'm going to change anybody's time anytime soon, change anybody's mind anytime soon. So thing is that I don't know, it's like you know, like I say, I can do my bit, but you know, some of the conversations I've had with some of the people I know, some people I call friends, some people who are just acquaintances, people that I work with sometimes, and I've had these discussions with them, and I tell them to watch the Zeitgeist movie things, and you know, they don't really seem that interested. Do you know what I mean? And it's a shame, really, because I think it's really important. We need to start thinking about these things. I mean, it might not, obviously it's not going to happen in my lifetime necessarily, but it doesn't mean to say I should sit around and just say, oh well, just let them get on with it. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, let's just get across this road a minute. So like I say, you know, this is my little bit, this is my contribution to try and get things changed a little bit. I mean, like I say, I'm not unrealistic enough to realise, you know, that my little voice is going to make any difference anytime soon. It's not, but you know, at least I feel that I'm trying to do something in terms of trying to change things. You know, it might be completely and totally insignificant what I'm saying and what I'm doing, but you know, at least I feel I'm trying to do something, and I think ultimately for me that's the important thing. Yeah, like I say, so you see the technology is already there, do you know what I mean? And it's like he's been saying, Peter Joseph has said it countless times, you know, we have the technology today, we have the capability of making this a world of plenty, where everybody has enough to live and have their needs met. Do you know what I mean? And it is possible, do you know what I mean, with the technology that we have. It's just a willingness to be able to do it. You know, nobody in this world has to be poor, nobody in this world has to be starving. You know, it's just about greed and the powers that be that continually try to hold on to that power. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, the thing is, it is possible to change this world. It really is. You know, it could be a much better world, and a better world for everyone. Do you know what I mean? Regardless of where you're from or whatever. You know, we've got the technology, we've got the capabilities. It's just whether we've got the you know, the willingness to try and change these people in power, trying to change their minds and say, hey, look, you know, it can be a better world for them as well. It's not about, you know, just taking all the money from them or whatever and this, that and the other. You know, in fact, if you do away with money altogether, money is superfluous, it's useless. Do you know what I mean? It's outgrown its usefulness. It might have had a one-time sort of thing, may have been you know, a good way of running the world at the time, sort of thing, maybe, but you know, ultimately it doesn't say, it goes against all natural laws, you know. And like I say, I might not be explaining this succinctly enough compared to like I say, Peter Joseph, like I say, go and check it out. That's all I'm saying. Go and check the Zeitgeist movement films out. All you got to do is Google it, go on YouTube, type in on the search bar Zeitgeist movement film, and it'll come up. Do you know what I mean? And maybe the Culture in Decline series as well, because like I said, those stuff, it's really opened my mind. It's really opened the way I look at things. And like I say, there's no need for people to be homeless. There's no need for people to be none of these things need to be the way they are. We can change it. We have the technology, we have the capability. You know, it can be managed in a much more common sense way. But like I said, whilst we've got all this greed and people trying to cling on to power constantly, then obviously things are never going to change and just get worse, especially for the people right at the bottom of the rung, you know what I mean? That's where it's, you know, they're the people that are going to bear the brunt of it, sort of thing. So anyway, like I say, that's my little rant. And like I say, I think at the end of the day, you do what you can, I guess, you know what I mean? You do what you can to try and help change the situation, change the system if we can. Do you know what I mean? Not easy, by any stretch of the imagination, and like I say, I doubt very much it will happen in my lifetime. There's no way. But you know, there's no harm in trying, eh? I guess. Right, okay, so I'm going to leave it there for now. Catch you guys later. Bye for now.